Grok, help me out here. Hey, buddy, can you tokenize? Oh, hey, it's talking back to me. Thank you, Grok.
Yes, buddy.
What an asshole. I don't need HTML, CSS, or any other nonsense. Okay?
Tell it to cut the shit.
Cut the shit, Grok.
Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Agency Grade Build Season 1. We're rebuilding Craylor.com. You can see, once again, Christian Taylor, and we have Kevin Geary with us. We're in Etch. We're going to do some cool stuff. If you haven't seen the last couple episodes, make sure you go back and check those out. Kevin was with us. We have a couple things that we want to tackle today. One, we refactored a little bit of our tool category cards. We're using the object prop now in Etch instead of kind of the old way where we had like a bunch of props in there. I'll let Kevin kind of go through all that. And then we also want to tackle our tool single, which is pretty impressive. Nick RC put that together for us. So I'm not going to waste any time because we have limited time today. We're just going to dive right into it. Kevin.
Yes. Okay, so we will show them the object prop. Obviously, new features become available. We want to refactor where it makes sense to do that because it's a lot more efficient. And if everybody goes back and watches the construction of this tool category card, they'll probably remember that it was kind of like a laundry list of props going on. And there's a new prop now called the object prop, which allows you to pass an object in from an external data source, in this case, an external loop. So this card is inside of a loop, and we need the data from that loop to pass into the component, and we can map all of that data, like essentially pre-map that data all to the places it goes in. And a lot of people may wonder, like, when do I use an object prop versus just using a bunch of manual props and then putting the dynamic data values inside of that? And the answer is it's usually pretty cut and dry. If you are not going to use, like, if you're always going to use this component in a loop, and you're never going to use it by itself outside of a loop, there's never going to be just some single instance of this component floating around somewhere. It's always going to be loop driven. It's probably a good idea to use an object prop and just bring in the object, and you can see it right here. We named it source. And then you just define, and this is really for the purposes of just previewing. So all of this data is just so you can preview stuff happening here. But in the real source, like in the real use of this, it will pull, and we'll go show an example here. We also added some conditions. I don't think those were there last time. But for example, I'm putting in props.source.jetengine.coverimage.url. So I'm pulling the cover image URL from JetEngine, which has assigned this field to this category. And essentially an existing loop, like the way we would do it in the past, would be like item dot. And now because we have an object prop, we're referencing that with props.source. And then essentially all that's going to say is whatever you are told is the source, go find this key inside of that source. And that's what it's doing. And so if we exit the component, we see the loop here is looping the featured tool categories as item. And we see the tool category card is sourcing item. So it's essentially just sourcing this loop right here. And whatever keys we hard-coded into that component, it's going to go look for inside of that loop, which happens to be all of this data right here. And so what you end up with is a very complex component pulling lots of different dynamic data, but you don't see really any props here. Right? All of the dynamic data is handled inside of the component, and the only props you see are like the style of the card, the background hover of the card, whether we're showing or hiding the featured image, whether we're showing or hiding related tools. But all of the dynamic data now is handled inside of the component, which when you're using the component makes it much, much, much easier to use. You don't have to go every single time you use a component, manually stick in dynamic data values to make the component start working. It will literally just work out of the box now, and you have way less props to manage, which is very, very nice. So that's the refactor that we did there. That object prop was not available when we first built the card, but now it is, and that this is a really good And by the way, the refactor, I think, took me about 5 minutes. It's like it wasn't a lot of time to refactor it, and it just brings a lot of additional value and flexibility. So
if you go into that prop or the component real quick.
Yeah.
So the questions that I have that when I was trying to figure this out and understand it, it makes a lot of sense, like you described. You just bring it in rather than having to do all the different prop situation. But there's a couple places I think people are going to get tripped up here if they just, on the first try of it, right? After a while, it's not hard. There's jetengine.coveredimage.url that we figured out, right? There's a few places you have to write that key at. Like obviously when you're in the structure and you want to show that image, you need to write that there.
Yeah.
This is definitely going to confuse people the first time where they have to write it in this source to preview it.
Yeah.
Is the best practice or like the only way to do this, you have to make sure that matches, or can you do something like you're basically bringing it in manually in a way, right? Like you have to kind of copy it in.
Yeah, well, this is a really good question actually, because it's a good time to point out that this is the 1.0 version of the object prop. So the object prop is going to get a lot of enhancements and expansions. And essentially, this is just the first working iteration. It's like, let's just get it. And this is how we always do the development process. Like, let's get something working, and then let's make it better and better and better as we go, right? And so the way the object prop should work is you define what you want your keys to be. Like you would just say cover image, right? And then when you are using the object prop, perhaps you tell it what the actual key inside the loop is. That way you can map all of your stuff to generic keys, and then later come back and say what the real keys are. And so that would make it a little bit more flexible. The other thing would be to, when we have like third-party data sources, being able to choose between them when using the component and so on. Like there's a lot coming to the object prop that's just not here yet. And this is obviously not what we want the preview experience to be like, where you have to manually write all of these and then manually put in preview data. The UI is going to evolve a lot to make this much more clicky, and just easier to put together. But this is just the first working iteration of it.
Gotcha. Okay, well that makes sense. So yeah, obviously it's version 1. I mean, it's impressive now, and it's going to get better. But just so we know, if you are using this, we're filming this on November 3rd of 2025. Yeah. If you're looking at this now before this evolves, then you have to make sure they all line up. Like that was the confusion part. It's like you're bringing it in, but you have to go look and find that.
Yeah, this needs to be the key that exists inside the loop, right? So yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions on that?
I think we're good.
And by the way, if you go to, I'll just remind everybody, docs.etchwp.com. We have put a lot of effort and work into docs, but if you go to components and you go to component props and you go to object prop, there's a big explanation, like why does the object prop exist? What does it do? How do you add it? How do you use it? And so on and so forth. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and exit this. And what we are building today, I will bring up in Figma, is, let me zoom out, this single tool template. So you've got tools in categories, and when somebody clicks on an individual tool, this is the page that they will arrive at. I think there's, oh dear, where did that go? Okay, let's go down to, where was it? Down here.
I think it was there. Click maybe Control Z, because I think maybe it's gone.
Yeah, I was like, what happened to it? Oh, okay.
There it is.
It just disappeared. I'm thinking this was supposed to have some spacing between it.
Yeah.
Okay. So essentially we got this hero section, and there's a lot going on here. Like that's why we'll have to decide if we stay longer than Christian is able to stay today, but there is a lot going on in this template. I mean, you've got the rating, you've got the category that this is in, the cost. Are these custom fields all in here yet, Mark? Like the cost thing? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, they are.
How is this done with, like, is the field value literally like a 1, 2, or 3?
So for that one,
it's a radio box.
For that one specifically, the dollars. Let me see.
And there's a
right now it is a radio. So it's like 4 options. So 1, $, $2, $3, or $4.
Got it.
So I think I don't know how difficult that would be.
Yeah, that's going to require some conditional logic, probably. It's kind of the same way you would do a star rating widget.
Yeah, technically
we've
that's
got
wrong.
this-
Technically that's wrong there right now, because if it was 4, then obviously you would always have 4 and only show the thing. But
Correct.
that's- we made that decision after, so.
Got it. Okay, so this should have a 4th one, essentially. And then it's just which one, how many are lit up, right?
Right.
Yeah.
With the primary color. Okay. Then you've got what? Some sort of, is there a deals CPT and you're doing relationships? How are these exclusive deals getting linked to specific tools?
So right now, current architecture is that there is no deals CPT. It is simple in the sense of the concept was that box only shows up if there is a deal.
Yep.
There is a deal. There's literally right now a deal text field in each one of the tools.
Okay.
And it would be like, basically like 20% off your first year would be the text in that field. And then there's a separate field for promo code.
Yep.
And that would go there.
Yep.
And then obviously you could probably pull the what's it called? The URL there at the bottom. That would be dynamic. And well, I mean, it would also be like, there's also like a specific CTA, like a URL for like an affiliate link effectively.
Yeah.
But basically I think it's just a, that would probably make that into a component. And then it is conditionally shown based on if there is anything in that text field.
Yeah.
And then we just use the text field.
And then this is going to be a critical use of container queries. Because as you see on the same device, on the same breakpoint, essentially, you have 2 different layouts, just depending on whether it's in sidebar or not in sidebar, which is essentially just available space. So that's kind of a perfect use case of container queries. What goes here? Is there some body write-up, blog posty type thing of each tool?
Yeah, I think is that just the Craylor's take field? Or is that the actual body of the post?
So I think initially we were thinking we have the editor. We still have the editor turned on in the tools.
Yeah.
So I believe that we were going to just use that as like, effectively your write-up, your blog post, because we didn't know exactly what the headings were going to be.
Yes.
So
yeah, I think that was the logic.
We just wanted to give Christian the freedom to like write up basically a mini blog post using the block editor, and put whatever in there. So that would just be a slot or post content or however you want to frame it there. And then Craylor's take is another thing that we don't really have explicitly shown on here.
I think that's more for the outside. Yeah.
It is.
Isn't that what goes above or right below cost?
Yeah, I just feel like if you have something called Craylor's Take, you should probably have a heading saying exactly what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
But basically, again, high level context though is that show stuff about the tool, but like really the emphasis on this isn't just like a directory of tools. The emphasis is giving Craylor's like opinion on it. So probably the top is probably the best place.
And then this is conditionally shown if there's a associated video.
I believe. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. There is. Yeah. It would be like a related video. Like that's a relationship.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to point out, I don't think we thought this through with Nick. There are often cases where there is an exclusive deal, but there's not a promo code. We might want to have some kind of logic where if the text is filled out in the deal field, but there's no promo code entered, it's just a generic button that's like get the deal or something like that.
Got it. It would just be an affiliate link that takes them to that deal.
Yes, yeah, but just the UI would have to be different because I hate to not show that box at all if there is a deal but there's just no promo code.
Yeah, that's very simple. I mean, in the component, we'll have this copy code thing, and that will conditionally only show if there's a code entered. And then if there's no code entered, we'll just default to showing a normal button there that's
Cool.
essentially a destination link.
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay. All right. So barring all this craziness and complexity, I think the first step always is if you just build a static version of this, you can always come back at any point and make it dynamic, right? So we'll start with the template itself. We'll make it everything static, and then we'll do a second pass essentially. And sometimes these things even take a third pass before they're like really buttoned up. But first pass will just be let's build a static version of what we see. All right, so let's go ahead, and we are already in Etch. We'll come over here. We have a single tool, and we can see there's already just sitting a section.
I just threw that in there.
Okay, good. Perfect. Okay. All right, so first thing is we're going to build this hero section that we see. And let's see, we've got a big kind of hero featured image, and this is split. So let's just get those two things on the page. We've got a content wrapper, media wrapper. That's going to be the inner. All right. The thing I'm wondering, because it has the same, like you pointed out, Mark, accent, the little accent thing going on that the main hero on the original homepage had. And I'm wondering if we can use our main hero class for that. So this is, that's main, sorry, main. All right, this is going to be main hero. This will be the inner, and we'll take the heading out for right now. So in the inner, we're going to do a image, and we're going to do a content wrapper. And we'll put the content wrapper first. Okay, and then I'll wrap the image in a div and make that a figure. And this will be the featured image. Okay, let's just throw in. What's a good example of, do we have any of these in here that are like full res that I can throw in?
Yeah, if you choose, I think that's the same thing as those ones on the far left.
Like one of these?
Yeah, I think so.
Use this media. Okay. And I would say these are PNGs, Mark. So I would say maybe do a pass on converting those over to WebP.
Yep.
And see if we can probably reduce these file sizes a ton here.
Gotcha.
All right, figure featured image. Okay, and let's just put in the, okay, so you got like a little, almost like a header.
Yeah, so real quick on that, the structure was like NordVPN is the tool title, and then the by Nord Security is like, there's this concept of partners on this website that has evolved heavily. But like the idea is like, if you have more than one tool by the same company, kind of we talked about. So realistically, that's going to end up if we keep it like that, that would end up coming from a relationship.
Yeah.
So that's like a query nested almost, but just pulling one thing.
So that is the tool name and the company name, essentially. So we'll say tool name. This is going to be an H1.
Yeah, do partner name.
Isn't this the partner name down here? This right here is the partner name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I meant to the second part. Sorry, I was too fast.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So tool name and partner name is what you want.
Yeah.
Partner name. Okay. Sweet. All right. After the heading wrapper, we're going to need this wrapper right here, which is the, we can just call this the columns. And then we have, we'll just call it left and right, honestly, I think. So inner content wrapper, let's go with a flex div. Let's call this columns, and let's call this left, and let's call this right. Okay. Or this actually can just be called that'll just be the card. What do we want to call that? We want to call that a deal card?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Deal card. Okay. I'm not even going to worry about what's in that right now. And I'm actually going to BIM that by itself. So deal card will go background. I just want a big placeholder for right now, essentially. So we'll just put a primary block there. Flex 1 so it grows with its space. And then I'm just going to put in some placeholder text right here. It's a lot of stuff that needs to go into this left side that we don't want to worry about quite yet until we start to get things built out a little bit more. I will put a link in there, though. That's going to be for visiting the URL. Okay, let's do that. So we'll make that say visit NordVPN. And then, of course, that's like a neutral button or something. Button neutral and button outline. Okay, let's save there. Okay. I want to take deal card out of here for just a minute because I don't want it auto BIMmed. So we're going to have the main hero. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna not call this main hero because I don't want to create conflicts with the main hero we already did. Even though I'm going to probably use the main hero class on it. Or we might transfer that that border design to just a utility class that we can just slap on any hero. That might actually be the most flexible way to do that. All right, so this is going to be the deal. No, not the deal hero, the tool hero. Tool hero. Tool hero inner, content wrapper, heading wrapper, tool name, partner name, columns, left, text, anchor, figure, featured image. And then we're going to have our deal card as outside of all of that. So I'll right click, create BIM classes. And we'll go first to columns. Okay, we'll say display of, actually, I can go, let's add a media query greater than or equal to. We'll just throw in a random value for right now. And that's where we'll go display of grid. Grid template columns of grid 2. Okay. Tool hero columns. Okay, perfect. And this is where we can bring back in our deal card. Bang. Good. Okay. This gap should exist everywhere, not just on that media query. We'll put that outside of that. Okay, that's nice there. This one for the heading wrapper, I can already tell gap probably just needs to be 0 to zero that out because those are supposed to be pretty close to each other. This name is going to be text dark by itself. Okay, let's go to our featured image, figure, order, -1, aspect ratio, 16:9. Though his looks way skinnier than this. And I don't know that they put aspect ratios in Figma if it gives you the ratio anywhere, but just eyeballing it. 5. Do that. Featured image, height 100% and width of 100% and object fit of cover. Okay, that looks more in line with what he's got going on.
Would you want to put it to the top or
put what to the top? Oh, the
Like,
object
yeah, aligning the image.
position.
Yeah, probably.
Object position.
Yeah,
Up center.
that's better.
Like that. Yeah. Okay.
could play
All
with
right. These seem like, yeah, there doesn't need to be a gap there. It needs to be a background of white on this, and then this is going to get padding of like space. Okay. Seems about right. He's got a border radius on all of this. So we're going to go with our inner, and we're going to go border radius of radius. Okay. Sweet. He's not touching the top. Okay, so there is a gap between the header and the start of this. All right. I'm also noticing that now that we have these boxed down here, that this is going to have to line up perfectly with the content width, which I don't think we did in our main hero. So maybe need to refactor that a little bit. Okay, that is the main tool hero. Okay, at least for now. We're going to add another section, or how to do this, because this is like a section. This is almost like a section for your video, and a section here. Or this could just be an article wrapper, and we throw everything into the article wrapper. I don't know. Okay, let's just get stuff going. You can always refactor later. All right, let's go section. And this is going to be the featured video or related video. Related video.
I mean, Christian, do you think you'd have multiple videos ever? I mean, I'm not saying we do that here, but
yeah, I do see a world with multiple videos. I mean, I just feel like
this might be the featured video then.
Yeah,
if it's just this one.
I'm fine committing to just one being there.
Yeah. Let's try featured.
Featured video wrapper, or how about tool video wrapper? I want to try to keep it contextual to what we're doing here with the tool template. So we'll call it a tool video wrapper. But actually so this section is going to need, that's going to need to be the inner. And then you're going to need a left and a right, probably, or a main and a sidebar, or like a body and a sidebar, or like a content wrapper and a sidebar, something like that. Okay, this is going to be tool body. We'll just call this tool body. Okay, tool body, inner, content wrapper, sidebar. Inside the content wrapper, we're going to go featured video wrapper. And we'll throw in an image just for now as a placeholder for that featured video. That looks like a thumbnail. All right, this will be the video itself, featured video wrapper and video, side of our content wrapper. And let's just duplicate that for now. What was this called? What were we going to call this again? Summary?
What do you envision?
Summary?
Yeah, summary works.
All right, that's that. So then in the sidebar, we're just going to have a placeholder for now. Let's just throw an image as a placeholder for something, just so we can see our structure take shape. Okay. Delete. All right, so summary wrapper, summary, sidebar, delete. Content wrapper, inner, tool body, inner, content wrapper, video, featured video, wrapper. I want that to say featured video. Summary wrapper, summary. That makes sense. And then sidebar, delete. Okay. Tool body, create BEM classes. All right. Great. Inner. Probably same here. Media query greater than equal to rem 767. Display of grid template columns of grid 2, at least for now. Those side by side. Now we can go to 1. Very basic sidebar situation going. This will be gap of content gap. This will be gap of content gap times 2, maybe. I don't know. Let's look. Nope, same. Let's leave it at content gap. Okay. Inner content wrapper, featured video wrapper, summary wrapper. I'm wondering if I should do, because all of these are padded and they all have a white background. And I'm wondering if I should just do it from here, content wrapper, like selecting all the direct children and going like space M and background white. and border radius of radius. Okay, that'll avoid having to do like utility classes on each thing or adding the same instructions over and over and over again to every block in there. And it's probably the same for every direct child in the sidebar. Let's just grab this, the sidebar, essentially do the exact same thing. Okay.
Should you have maybe just done that at the top of it then?
Mm,
Like in the inner?
What do you? No, because that would put it on the entire sidebar and the entire content wrapper there. And we need it on the items that are in there, or the groups that are in there.
Gotcha.
This featured video area needs a heading. I mean, the other thing you can do is we could have just given these generic names, right? So you got like content block or something, which they could end up having both a generic name for the generic styles and then a unique name for anything that needs to happen to them uniquely. Like for example, this may need different spacing than what this one's going to have. I don't know. There's some things you don't really have answers to until you get further down the line, but this is the path we're going to go down first. This I think it would get its heading from Gutenberg because this is going to be the Gutenberg content, right? Essentially, it's not a custom field. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay,
correct.
So the headings should come in from, well, I don't know, because like Gutenberg has a heading by default, but that's, I don't know, that's the title. That's probably the title of your tool. So yeah, I think this just doesn't need a heading in itself. It'll just pull whatever's here for Gutenberg content. Okay.
Do you just do that with a slot though?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see, we're on Proton Pass. So if you go just put some dummy content in the Gutenberg editor for Proton Pass.
Yeah, I've got it up now. I'll do that.
Okay. Essentially, we just click this little button right here, and it's going to add a content slot. And it's going to pull whatever is there. What are is it /tools/ let me get a live version up. Proton Pass?
Should be,
yeah, that works. But we're missing some certain things.
Okay, it's been updated.
Okay. Yeah, you put in, this is Craylor's expert write-up.
Mm-hmm.
Proton Pass is amazing, and you threw in an image, and then you put a heading and more text.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it's working. Okay. One thing I'm wondering about, though, is what's going on with this, for example. Tool hero, featured image, object fit cover, object position, top center. It's not liking the aspect ratio that I put in. Or did I put that on the wrong thing? Maybe I put it on, I did, yeah. That's dumb. Put that on the image itself. There we go.
Nice.
Is there a border between the? Okay, yeah. We might want to add or ask Nick about this, but see, like when it's a very light image, you don't really see like the border, like any division between the image and where the content starts. I'll show you. Well, we can just add one, and then you can ask Nick if you want to keep it or do something different. But we'll take the content wrapper and we'll go border block start of border, and then we'll just refresh. And you get something like that. The border's a little dark, and we can always tailor it to later. But this is the color that matches that accent that we're going to put around here later.
I think it looks good.
Okay, let's go to the inner, and we put a border radius on here. I don't think we're seeing it because maybe there's some overflow issues going on. So I'm going to put overflow of clip, and now we see the border radius on there. So that's working. Okay. Am I still plugged in? I just kicked a wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again.
All right. Let's do, because I think Let's do this icon real quick. That would be another thing that we can throw in before we get to the more granular stuff. There's a lot of granular stuff going on in this template. So we have a figure. We have, let's see what our structure is here, a content wrapper and a figure. And I'm thinking this icon can just sit inside the content wrapper itself. So let's go add this icon here. We'll say tool. Tool logo, yeah? Tool logo. Are there any tool logos in here yet?
I mean, it's really the icons. Yeah.
Well, the Proton Pass one is
Nord. Here's Nord right here. Nord,
yeah, we're doing Nord VPN.
Okay. So let's go tool hero. Tool logo. All right. No, we don't want to strip the color attributes. So let's take that off. We don't want to do that. Okay. That is 91, but that's actually not the, yeah, it's like 60. So inline size of 60 pixels, padding 1em. That's always a pain in the ass. So got to do this balance of, can't get it exact. All right, what kind? So that is that's the border, but it looks a little thicker than normal. 2.4. Nick, what's 2.41? This is vibes. It felt good. 2.41.
This is vibe designing. What is going on?
Border. You know what? Fuck him. I'm just going to do it. We're just going to do it. Here we go. For no reason. Someone's going to inspect this and be like, what is going on? 2.41 pixels.
Oh, no.
Solid. Border color dark.
Solid. Border
radius. Radius. Look at that. Hey, you wanted to match? It matches.
One question I have, is there a way to enforce that it is always a perfect square, even if the icon within it is not a square?
Yeah, we go aspect ratio 1.
Okay, cool.
Object fit of cover. I don't know.
We should add that to the outside page, because I noticed with those floating icons we did last time above the tools archive, if the icon is not a perfect square, it looks kind of wonky.
Yeah, it's also like this weird too that it's so SVGs behave a little bit differently than like images do. Like images are much easier to manipulate in that way, but like essentially what we're doing is we're creating a box. We may even, because this is the new SVG element, I'm wondering, no, don't want to preview here. Go to here and do it.
For this instance, would you want it to be contain?
Well, the thing is like the SVG has its own box, and then it's like we're adding a class to the box. What we probably want to do is we probably want to wrap this in a div. We want to say that this is the tool logo wrapper, tool hero, tool logo wrapper, okay? And then this is really what we want to apply a lot of the styles to, where we just move these. So inline size is 90 pixels. That can match. The padding is 0.75em or so. The border is correct. The border radius is correct. We're going to force the aspect ratio to happen on this. Object fit cover doesn't do anything at this point. We target the SVG from in here, and we say the inline size is 100%. Just fill the box that we created, essentially. And now we should get the best possible effect. So the box is the box. It's always a square. It's always perfect. And then we just fill the box with whatever the logo is inside of it. And it should essentially do the trick for almost all cases.
Sweet.
Okay, so tool logo wrapper, tool logo, and okay. So content wrapper, we want to position this relative because we are going to position this absolute. And we're going to say top of 0, left of 0 for right now. we will go, what we're going to need actually is tool logo wrapper, content wrapper, inner tool here. Maybe I'll just put on tool hero so this whole thing has access to it. Let's do logo size, 90 pixels. And then tool wrapper, okay, top. If we go logo size, let's see, that's going to move it down, times -1 is going to move it up, divided by 2. That didn't need a parentheses. There we go. It's right in the middle. Perfect. Okay. We'll also go backgrounds of white on this logo wrapper. There we go. And then from the left-hand side, we essentially want to come in with whatever this padding value is, space M. But we want to do content, or just, let's say, hero padding. Hero content padding. I don't fucking know. Hero content padding. Okay. Hero content padding, space M. And then this goes in from the left, hero content padding.
So you just made a little variable.
It's made a locally scoped variable to tie this padding and this logo position together.
Yep. So you don't have to change it in 2 places if you ever want to change it.
Correct. And then this padding is so one trick I often use is you can just define the padding for all sides, but then you can still do one of the sides differently. And what we're going to do is hero content padding. And then we're going to say plus the logo size. And it's probably, logo size divide 2 probably will. So the goal here, like I'll show people by going back to tool hero. If I wanted to increase the logo size, okay, clearly something's out of whack, but see how the size isn't actually increasing. That's why. Okay, so we go to tool logo wrapper. Yeah, because that's still hard coded. Logo size. So here's the flexibility this gives you. See how like nothing breaks now?
Yeah.
I can manipulate the logo size. All the padding recalculates itself. The position of the logo stays perfectly centered, right? So it just gives you a lot of flexibility for coming back and making adjustments later, or somebody taking over behind you or whatever. They don't have to like figure out all the 5 different places that were all related to each other, but that we left disconnected. Like we just created connections between all the things that depend on each other, and some simple math, and now we're good to go.
Do you, like, again, I always get this confused, like, is that okay to be in pixels right there? What you were just changing?
This right here. Yeah, so like, logo size. So right here. So yeah, we can explain that real quick. Like you could do a rim value of some sort, right? Some people might do that. Now, the question is, if somebody, the difference that would be made here is if a browser user comes along and they're like, maybe it's my mom, and she's like, everything's so small on the internet, right? And so she sets her browser to be, larger text for everything, right? Well, anything that's in rim will respond to that. If your logo size is set in rim, your logo will get bigger also. And so you could do that, but you could also just say, hey, I don't want the logo to ever grow beyond this based on somebody's browser preferences. So this is going to keep it at 90 pixels no matter what. So it just, you determine what should be allowed to grow and what should not be allowed to grow. Gotcha. In this case, I mean, you could absolutely, there's nothing wrong with setting like a 6 rim on this, and then that would be allowed to grow.
Gotcha.
Okay. But I wouldn't say it's required. I'm also wondering on here if we would be better off. Let's just see if there's any difference. Instead of inline size, or not inline size, for this SVG of 100%, what if we did block size of 100%? I don't want to stretch it because SVGs, you can't really object fit them. I think that's our only option really, is to just fill the box. But what we can do is display of grid and place items in the center to make sure that it's always perfectly in the center. But see, this logo, I think, is like malformed almost. Like it's got two different boxes, and this only sits at the top of its, and that's coming from the SVG itself. It was like chopped in incorrectly or something. I don't know. We can see how it responds with other logos in there too. Unless that's something we've done that's chopping it. Let me find.
I mean, it's technically a circle.
Just doing
right.
See how that one is perfect?
Yeah.
No problems with that one.
Go back to the Nord one though, real quick, because like it's white. Like it actually is white and it's a circle, so it's technically probably accurate.
We see it.
It's
we
just
don't
weird.
see it because it's white.
Yeah, because if you changed it to like.
That's Look at Mark. Look at Mark. Okay. Good catch there, Marky.
Just not the greatest logo, with the white background, I guess.
Yeah. We chose a very bad one to like design this off of, you know?
Yeah.
If we did that one, it'd be perfect. Okay. All right. Well, good. It's not us.
Sweet.
It's always good to find that it's not you, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's go to... Let's do this little situation first. So we're gonna go. What's this, and where does this come from? By the way,
is that Craylor's take? That was kind of my impression.
Okay, that makes sense that it would be.
Yeah, I think that's Craylor's take.
Okay.
Yeah, we could roll with that. Yeah, I don't think we did anything different for that. So
the other thing too, I'm thinking about, are we Craylor's ratings? We've got this like label and badge combination here. But these badges are all the same. Craylor's rating. Should we use data attributes for this and like pseudo elements? It's a good question. It's a really good question. And this would be like a little mini list probably.
I'm genuinely not sure right now where we even get Craylor's rating from. Like we don't have an actual thing for that just yet. I think it was from a
confident
concept.
It's going to be a badge, or could it be stars? Could it be like, because that'd be a huge difference.
I think from Christian's old website, right? Like there was a motif of like you would go to the VPNs and you would see best value, best performance, or whatever those are, and it's like kind of like arbitrary different things, and they're not even like fully taxonomies almost, I feel like, because they're not the same. At least in the previous iteration, they're not the same from tool category to tool category. It's almost like it's a sub.
I almost wonder if we need to change the naming, and that's Craylor's take, because
you just express it almost.
Yeah, well, yeah, because that kind of sounds like what I'm getting at is, I don't really like to do the star rating because it makes it all about a spreadsheet and a points system. Like how I've approached this on my old site is, okay, this tool I think is the best for beginners, or this one is the best if you're on a budget. And that's kind of my take, I guess. So that I'm wondering if maybe we adapt that to Craylor's take, and then we have like exurb or something that becomes that text at the top.
Yeah. Okay. I think the category definitely stays. Obviously, the cost definitely stays, regardless if we say it like that or not. And then we just do a Craylor's take thing. And we could figure out how to do that. We could probably just skip the Craylor's rating for right now, because like you said, it probably makes more sense to be intertwined in the take part.
I think somehow. So. Yeah, it's not really a rating. It's just my opinion on where it fits. And I don't even know if it needs to be a drop down or like a category that you select, because as Mark pointed out, it's very arbitrary. There's some categories that I say, okay, this is best for advanced users, and then others that I'm not going to name one for advanced users. So it might almost be fine to have it be plain text.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just roll with that. Christian, do you need to go?
Yes, I'm going to have to run.
Good seeing you, Christian.
All right.
See you soon, hopefully.
We'll see you guys later.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
All right. So this is going to be VPNs. I'm just throwing this. Sometimes it is easier to just write code.
Hey, real quick, hope you're enjoying the rebuild so far. Just wanted to take a moment to say that this would not have been possible without our series sponsor, BigScoots. They've been providing top-tier managed hosting since 2010, and they're not your typical hosting company. BigScoots owns their entire tech stack, from the servers to the network to the data center, which means faster load times, stronger security, and the ability to customize solutions for your specific site. And if you ever need any help, you can get connected to a real WordPress expert in under 90 seconds, 24/7. And by the way, right now is the perfect time to try BigScoots because they were kind enough to give you, the lovely viewers of my channel, a special offer. If you're a new BigScoots client, you can get 98% off your first 2 months on any of their managed hosting plans. All you have to do is click the link down in the description below and use promo code MJS for monthly plans or MJS annual for annual plans when you check out. Again, that's 2 months of premium hosting for pennies, which is basically no risk. If you've been looking to improve your hosting setup, show BigScoots some love for supporting valuable content like this and give their managed hosting a try today. Now, let's get back to building.
Okay. All right, so we want a little list here. We have LI. I'm just going to leave till y'all figure that out, the rating thing. I'll just leave it out for now.
Yep.
We're going to do P, and we're going to do lorem 20. Okay. And then we've already got our thing there. Okay, let's zoom out, see what we've got. Text placeholder. Oh, okay, I already did the paragraph that we need. Just get rid of that. All right, there's our lorem 20. Okay, we just need to give these some labels so we can organize them. So, let's see, Nord, VPM, heading, wrapper, columns, left. We got the tool name, the partner name. We'll call this the tool meta list. And then this will be the tool meta list item. Tool meta list, tool meta item. Don't need to make it crazy. Tool meta
category or
tool meta label.
It's all the same.
And then tool meta value or something. Tool meta label, tool meta value. Let's open this up a little bit. Okay. Tool hero. Tool meta list. Okay. Sweet. So we can do things like this, which is font weight 700. Okay. We need to duplicate this list item. Bang. There we go. Now we have both of them. Tool meta list. We're going to display that as flex direction of column, gap of 0.5 m, something like that. Okay. What was the second one supposed to be? Price?
Yeah, we had cost. I don't. Yeah, price is probably
cost.
fine now.
Okay, cost. And then meta value. We'll probably use. I'm guessing we don't have a $sign icon yet.
Doubtful.
Let's use a generic one for now. All right. Inline size 1M. Tool meta value. Tool meta label. Display. Flex. Direction. Row. That may be on the wrong thing. Tool meta. Yeah. Tool meta value. Display inline flex, maybe. There we go. Align items to the center. This probably be meta item also. Yeah, we're good there. Okay. Sweet. All right, we can duplicate that. 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay, got the text in there, got the button in there, company name in there. It's all good. Let's go check the front end. There we go. All right, starting to build it out. We've got a duplication of padding issue here. So tool hero padding block end of 0. Tighten that up. and see where we're at here. Okay. I think what we should do probably is this exclusive deal component. We'll do this exclusive deal component and then maybe the complementary tools and see where we're at.
Gotcha. That should be, that SVG should be in there.
Okay. So this will be complementary tools section. Okay. All right. Let's go swap it. Sweet. All right. We're going to make this deal card. Let's see what needs to happen here. Man, there's a lot going on. These templates. Okay. I don't think we need like I don't think it needs to be a heading. It just needs to look like a heading. Craylor exclusive deal, 20% off your first year. So let's do text. Let's do a copy and paste this code. Okay, so that's like that's definitely like a group in and of itself. So we're gonna call that. We're gonna create a flex div, which we're gonna call a code group. And the code group is going to consist of a code, a copy code button. So code will be just text code. And then we'll put a link next to it, but we'll convert this because this needs to be a literal button. Copy code. Great. Code, copy code. And then it's going to need a disclaimer or like an instruction text. Instruction. And that's going to be this like copy paste this code at. So code group. And then we're also going to need a link. We'll call it affiliate link. Okay. So, and that's what we'll put conditional logic around. So if there's no code, we're going to hide the code group completely. And then we're going to show the affiliate link if there's no code. I think that's how we'll do it. All right, deal card. This is going to be called the Craylor exclusive deal. This is the title. Craylor exclusive deal. This is going to be the headline. 20% off your first year. Perfect. And then the background for this is a gradient that looks like it goes from linear gradient, main color. Dude, that's what I hate about Figma. You can't read the value. And it doesn't tell you anywhere. Okay. Light 20. Light 50. So 20% transparency of primary light to 50%. We're going to change this to linear gradient. To bottom, red, blue. Color mix in sRGB. From var, primary light to transparent. And the primary light is 20%. Then we're going to take this entire color mix function and put it where blue is and make that 50%. Voila.
Wow.
Next thing we're going to do, padding, space M. Border radius of radius. 20% off your first year. Now, because this is going to be a component, we didn't title, headline, code group, code, copy code, instruction, affiliate link. We can create BEM out of this deal card. Okay. All right. I am going to cheat and go H3 class, and we can do that because it's a component. So we can use a little utility class right there. Craylor exclusive deal. Okay, so this background is going to be literally primary. And the color going to be white. Padding can be 0.25 m, 0.5 m, probably. I don't know yet. Line height of 1. Border radius of radius. Inline max. Inline size of max content. And maybe 0.5 and 0.75. And font weight bold. Bold. And font family. Heading. Font family. Great. Font size. H4. What does that look like? Okay. Font weight 700, 600, 600.
Yeah, 6.
Cool. This needs to not be H3. It needs to be H2. Thinking.
Maybe random other thing. Lessen the padding so it doesn't look like a button.
Yeah, you're right there. Let's go to.
Yeah, that's definitely better.
Looks pretty close.
I never know how to deal with that issue because I mean, like, you want it to stay on brand, but you know, you just naturally create a situation where you're looking, your little accent thing is looking like a button.
Yeah. This can actually be probably card gap. Yeah. And now there is a gap from this code group, margin block start of another content gap, probably. Perfect. Okay. So this is going to be our code. Use my code. Okay. Padding. 0.75 m. Background white. Max inline size. Max content. Border radius. Radius. Border 1 pixel. Actually, border.
Dashed.
Border. Style. Dash. Yay. Hold on. That's okay. Yeah. Color. Primary. Font weight 600 again.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Letter spacing. Okay. All right. I don't know that you can change the tracking. Maybe you can. I don't know. On the border in CSS, like his dashes are super far apart. Oh, it's this control right here, I'm guessing. 3, 2, 2. Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
So the like dash tracking, is that a thing in CSS? Grok, help me out here. Oh wow, you learn something new every day. Of that, unless Grok's just lying. Oh, you gotta fake it. You gotta do a repeating linear gradient with border image. You know what? We'll do it though.
That's wacky. Wow.
I want it to be 1 pixel, not 4 pixels. Oops. Whatever. Yep. Okay. Take it. Come over. Yeah, I knew. I had a feeling it wasn't straight up doable. I'd do some sort of hack.
We gotta get that added.
Oh, get that. Wow. Okay. Why you put stuff in here like this? I don't need this in my life. And for what? I don't need that. Oh, dash length. Well, hold on, Grok. What are you doing? You're giving me nonsense code. Hey, buddy, can you tokenize? those values, like the gap and dash length. Oh, hey, it's talking back to me. Thank you, Grok.
Yes, buddy.
What an asshole.
Sure can, buddy.
Sure can. All right. Thank you. Hey, I don't need the comments. Okay, dash color. Well, this is so much nicer now. Red. Okay, first of all, it's fucking broken. So, what did we do here? Maybe we're missing. Maybe we're missing a little detail here. All right. So back in action. The only problem here is that the code that Grok gave us is not working.
Shit.
So classic. We're gonna have to diagnose what's going on.
Is it literally just trying to do a gradient from like the left to the right? It kind of seems like it's doing that, isn't it? Like,
yes, I'm gonna tell Grok. This looks great on the top and bottom, but looks like shit on the sides.
Have you ever just taken screenshots and dumped it in and be like, fix this, bitch?
I should try that. I should try that.
This is what you did.
Clean 1 pixel dashes on all sides. Yeah, why didn't you think of that first there, Grok? Not gonna take our jobs anytime soon. Not acting like this. Oh, I can also get rid of this border style dashed. Oh, jeez. It's the same thing. What are we doing? All right, you know what? These are here. I'm gonna give everybody a nice tip. Don't get sucked into the quagmire of this kind of nonsense, right? You can always do this later if it matters to anybody. But right now, this kind of stuff does not matter. So we're going to do border style. I just lost my second monitor. We've got now it's back. Major technical difficulties today. Border style of dashed.
That looks great.
That is all we need for right now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, color primary. Border style dash. Oh, border thick. We need to get rid of that. Get rid of that. Border is the only variable we need there. Yes, sir. Copy code. Button primary. Code group. Code group. How do we want to do this? Because I don't want to add a wrapper. I don't feel like it. I just don't feel like it. Display grid, template columns, grid 2. I refuse to add a wrapper. Code group, deal card instruction. Grid column. 1, -1. Okay. That should be outside of the code group. My code. Okay, so this should be, instead of max content, there we go. Width of 100%. Okay. Interesting that it's code group. Grid template rows. I think that's the default. Grid, what is it? Grid auto rows. 1FR. No, that makes them all the same height. Okay, I don't know. Let's go to here and go to align items to the center. That should be fine. Okay. And then this, we probably want to text align to the center. Is that what he did? Let me see. Can't really tell. I don't know why his box doesn't go all the way across. I feel like this should go out to here, and this should go out to here, and this. Oh, dude, I hate. Look at this Figma. Oh my god, it's just boxes and boxes and boxes. I feel like it should do something like that. Ours is gonna do that. You know what? I'm overriding Nick. We're doing that. That's what we're doing. Click me says copy code. He did something fancy, right? He gave this like a box shadow. Okay. Box shadow MD LG. How did I set these up? We're still having the ACSS in on Lightspeed or whatever these are servers. Okay, it's working. That's fine. All right. This is going to be button primary. And this is going to say, what do you want it to say if there's no copy code button? Just
I'd say get the deal or something.
Get the deal?
Maybe. Okay. Yeah, it's good for now.
Get the deal. That's not an href, by the way. Okay, get the deal. All right, and then this says copy and paste this code. Copy and paste this code at tool name. Oh, yeah, it's going to parse that. Let's do hard brackets. Okay. Perfect. That's good. All right, let's turn this into a component. All right, this is an example where we don't actually, like, we're probably not using this in a loop. Like here, we're just using it in a template willy-nilly. So we are going to want props for these things. So we'll do a headline prop. We'll do a code prop. We'll do a... That's probably all we need, actually. Like copy code, get the deal. I don't think we're going to need to customize the text of these buttons. We need a URL for the deal URL. Okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be the headline. This is going to be the deal. We'll call it the deal code, so it's not crazy. My code. Headline. We can bang these. Bang.
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 Yeah.
Deal URL, copy key. We'll go to get the deal. Props.deal URL. Easy peasy. Okay, let's exit this component. Deal card. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to come down into the sidebar. And yeah, there's the sidebar. Okay. We can delete this class. Delete that image. Sidebar. Add. I'll get this screen sharing thing out of the way. Deal card. Sweet. Okay. Why is it trying to fill the entire thing? Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay. All right. Background, flex. The flex one. Yeah, don't want that on there. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we're going to need a container query, obviously. It's mainly going to be where we're stacking this code because these two things just can't be side by side. That's really the only thing I think that's a difference. Yeah. It's like literally the only difference. So we're just going to figure out, this is at 328. We're going to first add the has-me selector. Then we'll add a container query rule. And we'll say if it is less than or equal to 328. We'll just say, because we need more space than that, we'll say 400. We'll just round it up. Less than or equal to 400. What are we going to do? I actually can put this rule perhaps on the code group itself. This is like the affected item. And we have a grid, a 2-column grid, essentially. And so I think what I can do is just bang, bang, bang. We just like say, hey, all direct children, grid column of 1. -1. Look at this. Look at this. Just so nice. Grids are, generally pretty easy to work with. .5M. Okay. I mean, about all that needed to happen, right? Like, so now we've got this version up here, and we've got. Oh, okay. So this sidebar situation's not quite. It's greater than 400 pixels. So, well, first things first is how wide is his sidebar? 353. How wide is our sidebar? I should actually go into Etch for this. Probably easier. 416. Okay, so this tells you that our grid 2.1. What if we do grid 3.1? Probably more in line. 312. That's gonna be close enough for government work. So, do you like that one, Mark? That one get you?
Working on the government shutdown.
Yeah.
He's still churning.
What is the? Why is this my code box? Feel like its height's a little out of control. Oh, it's just the padding I gave it. Let's just try that. Yeah, there we go. Not so fucking aggressive. Okay. Good. I think these up here though, this gap on it is I should exit and go edit the other instance. So I can actually see it in that mode. We need to calm the gap down here. Just keep it at 0.5M at all times. I think that's the way to go. See this on the front end. Let's see, Nick's version. Oh yeah. And remember, we're not going to see this button once we put in our conditional logic, which we can just do now of code group wrap in condition and just do props.deal code. So if there is a code, it's going to have it. And then this affiliate link will wrap in condition and say, if no props.deal code, we're going to show it. And now when I exit, I can come in here and say, well, I don't think.
Yeah, can you do that with a default?
Yeah, I don't think we can give it a default value.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a different question though. Do you have to do it off of the prop, or can you do it off of the actual field? Can't you say like our text box?
We have to do it off the prop because we're gonna pass the code in here if there is, like, we're gonna pass the dynamic data value, and if that comes through blank, then it's gonna run but I think it's got to be off the prop. Pretty sure it's got to be off the prop.
Well, I don't want to backtrack, but even if it's not in a loop, could you still use the object prop? I know we set it up differently here, but I'm trying to think of like eliminating the most amount of extra layers or whatever.
Well, the thing is like we're only gonna be using this in this. Are we gonna only be using this in this template, this card? Because I mean,
this is where
hard code.
Where it makes the most sense. It's where it makes the most sense. But like, I mean, in a world where maybe you have a big list of tools and like you want a little sub area for like the deal. I mean, maybe that's a whole different component though. So
yeah, I mean, if we're not gonna, is this relationship set up already?
Yeah, well, no, it's not. There's no relationship between deals. There's no deal CPT. It's just here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you go back to the condition real quick, if you open it up and you say, instead of props.deal code, you have to say props there, or can you say, let me look at the field. It's called Craylor _deal. And it's just well, actually, wait a second. Which part are we conditioning right here? This is the group.
So this is if we go to tools, this should technically be in this loop data right here, right? There should be something related to a deal in here. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're conditioning the code to show though, right?
Yes.
The actual the my code thing. If you did Craylor underscore promo underscore code, which is the actual meta field. I don't know what you have to prefix it with. Maybe JetEngine.
What'd you say that key is for the field?
Craylor underscore promo. Should find
promo. Let's do promo. There it is. Craylor
yeah, so if you
promo
take
code.
that, if you
Meta.
just conditioned off that and said, if there's something in there, show this,
Oops.
then you don't have to worry about the props part. You just have, it would all be controlled via the actual data in the CBT.
Yeah. So, I mean, we could delete the deal code prop. Delete the deal. We could actually delete. Do you have a headline custom field for the deal?
Yeah.
Okay, then we don't need any props.
Well, it's just called Craylor deal. Well, I mean, did we need to delete the props though?
I think so, yeah, because you don't really need them. You're just saying we're just going to pull this straight from the database and just pass it straight in. Code,
Okay.
deal, headline, code. Oh, this is still okay. Yeah. Deal. I'll show you. We'll just because is there any data in there right now for Proton Pass?
Yeah, I'll put some in.
Put some in for Proton Pass. We'll just do it. Okay. Code group, code. And we'll take the condition out. We'll just drag this out of the condition for right now. If I can. There we go. Get rid of the condition. Get rid of that condition. So we're back to where we were. Okay. Promo code. Oh, let's also see what happens if we have a long one. Okay. That's not awful.
It probably won't happen anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. All right. The code itself should theoretically be this .meta Craylor promo code.
I don't know if it's going to load because I just saved it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna refresh real quick.
Yeah, that's what I put in.
Oh, look at this. Okay. I mean, why wouldn't it work? You know, why wouldn't it work? Get the deal.
Why wouldn't it work?
So all we have to do essentially now is say for this code group, we go back to wrap in condition, and we just make the condition literally this .meta Craylor promo code. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Now we also let me go back into edit, wrap this one in a condition, and say if there's no promo code. So now what we're going to do to test this is
I'll do it.
Remove the code.
Yeah.
Shazam.
Bang. Now, okay, the one I know I suggested this, but the one thing I'm confused about now is why don't we have props? Like, you don't need props, I guess, right? But
Yeah.
but I've definitely done this before with props, even though I was using CPT data. Why was I doing it like that before?
You would only need props if you're going to use this component outside of this template, and if you're going to, use it in other places on the site where it needs unique data, which is like a different key of some sort, like a different dynamic data key to pass in. But if you're not going to use it outside of this, then if it's always going to be used in a template, accessing this whatever, then it doesn't need any props.
Cool.
But there are multiple instances of it on the page, which is why we made a component out of it. So we can control both of these instances at the same time. But here's the thing is like, if you ever decided, oh, we actually need to start using that outside of this template somewhere, well, then you can just add the props and you can remap everything and then start using it, you know?
Yeah.
So you're not stuck. You still have the flexibility to do that. Okay. So the affiliate link. We did deal card affiliate link. This needs to be margin block start of auto. Because when there's, can you take the code away again?
Oh yeah.
We want to make sure the button goes to the bottom of this card. There we go. So it's aligned at the bottom down there. Okay. What's the field name for deal headline?
It is Craylor underscore deal.
This is it .meta?
Should be, yeah.
Craylor deal. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that it? Get 50% off.
Yep.
Okay. And then tool name. Just going to replace that with this dot title. Is that supposed to be the tool name or the partner name?
See, that's the problem. Is like it should really be the in the design. It's the URL, but in order to have that, we need to have a field for the URL. And right now, the only URL field we have is just an affiliate link.
Yeah.
URL. So I'd have to make another one. So right now, it's just going to stay like that because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Christian's not here to answer, but he was like, I don't think there's ever a reason where we need that. But if you want to do that like that, then you need to have that in there. So,
okay. What's the icon key? You know?
Oh, it's the URL thing. Maybe, no? Dot URL.
Is that it? Is that Proton passes?
It's the one that's in there. Yeah. I don't know if it is or not, but
sweet.
Why the hell is it JetEngine sometime and Meta sometimes? Is that
JetEngine?
or would Meta work there now?
If it's a simple field, then no. If it returns serialized data and we had to apply special handling to it, then it's going to be JetEngine. If it's some super simple text content field or whatever, it'll pass as Meta. Okay, this is, what's the image? Is it just the featured image?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, now switch it back to having a code. Shazam.
Sick.
All right, now we're going to go to the Grokster. And we are going to say, all right, deal card, open code, deal card code. Just going to copy this. And I'm going to go to copy code. Okay. And this needs to work with multiple instances. Okay. So I need you to give me the vanilla JS for a copy, a click to copy button. Deal card copy code is the button you are looking for. Is the text contains the text we need to copy to the clipboard. Be aware that there could be more than one of this same component on the same page, so it needs to work with multiple components. Okay. Let's go with that for now. Okay. Yeah. All right, buddy. Stop. Let's just pause here. I don't need HTML, CSS, or any other nonsense. Okay? Let's just do the vanilla JS.
Tell it to cut the shit.
Cut the shit, Grok.
You're way
I know
nicer
you're trying to
than
burn.
I am.
I know you're trying to burn my tokens, Grok. All right. We don't need to be budget conscious, Grok. I like Grok. There's no tokens with Grok. But see, if you get testy, he pretends like he's busy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like this.
yeah. So I'm servicing other clients right now. Just give it a rest, bud.
I don't know.
Think harder. Think harder about this. Take longer.
Clarifying request. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. So we're going to query selector all deal card copy code. And for each of those, we're going to add a click listener. And this all looks pretty tight. So, okay.
This will be fun. I haven't added JS yet. And,
Yeah. So let's go to the copy code button. Yeah, let's do it on here. So we'll go to the JS editor and we will paste that JavaScript in and we will save and we will exit and we will save and we will go to the front end and we will copy the code, Mark. That's what we're going to do. Look at that. It's a done fucking deal.
Wow.
I mean, my prompt game is on point. So,
Yeah,
it
is. It is.
All right. So this is going to be, what's that supposed to say down there? Complementary tools. Okay. Heading, and we're going to go with a tool list. Now, is this we have tool category cards and we have tool cards.
Yeah, this is
But this is the tool card, right?
Yeah, I think.
So this component's already created, yeah?
I may have fucked around with this already.
Oh,
this
boy.
is technically this is a tool. This is a tool card.
Okay. Yeah, let's look in here.
Think.
No, we just redid it to an object prop. Well, I mean, let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. So tool list, we're gonna wrap this in a div. You thinking you did something to it?
No, I'm wondering where we got it on the front end.
Convert this to a list. Complementary tool list. Okay. Complementary tool list, LI. Let's loop the LI. And I don't think we configured a loop though for this, right? Tool category.
Oh wait, no. Okay. I know what happened. All right, so so I did have to make this because we never made one with you.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you go to the front end real quick and you go to, because this website is set up kind of like uniquely, sort of like it's not like as direct as you would think. So you have to click on one of the cards in like the bento thing, basically, to get to a category. So click on like VPN software or something. That's the right. So like, I don't know why that's not working this moment, but those are the tool cards that I created like super basically. I think if the other episode comes out, I basically took the media card that you took and then I kind of like really refactored it into a separate tool card because I was like, we should have separate cards for each.
Yeah.
But this card that exists right now, this component, could definitely be used probably in both places because it's very, very similar.
Yes. Yeah. It just needs to be in the proper loop.
So that's another.
It seems
problem.
like you've added some loops since I've been here.
I've added a lot of loops. I don't know if you. I think that all these loops in here are as specific as you, like the best way that you could do them because they're so weirdly niche in certain ways, and like the amount of variables that you'd have to add would be ridiculous.
Well,
we
tools
can talk about
in
that.
Current tool category archive seems to be what we might want.
So, in this particular case, the complementary tools, as designed in the structure, were going to be related via relationship. It's basically a tools to tools thing, which is fucking weird, honestly, in JetEngine because it ends up doing some weird shit. But there's another section on this page in the sidebar that is just other tools in the category, and that would be like more straightforward. But I would have to think of how to make this loop. It's basically because there's also no data in there yet. So let me see what happens if I put some data in on the back end. Because this isn't the concept. Real quick, the concept of complementary tools is not like, oh, we're going to show all the VPNs together. It's like, okay, you use Proton Pass or whatever. So maybe you like this other tool that's in a different category. It's just,
so it's going to need to be its own loop.
Yeah.
Forgot
about that too.
Actually, it's okay, but it's not it's actually not a configured loop. I don't think you just you loop some dynamic data as item, and the dynamic data is there's going to be a related under tools. There's going to be a complementary tools object essentially, and we just need to loop through that. Is there any relationship yet?
There is a relationship, but it's literally a JetEngine relation, which is bidirectional. It's not like a field that you pull in. It's not like a field that you pull in posts from, because that would be a one-directional kind of relationship. In this sense, it would just be like related ones. Because every time I think of a relationship, I want to be able to manipulate the relationship on both sides.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So the way that JetEngine does it, it actually ends up creating like two things on the back end, which is weird, like two separate places to do it. Honestly, I say we potentially not worry about this right now because I have to figure out how to do it on the back end, and then we can explain it to everyone.
Okay,
but
well,
like
what we'll do
maybe
is
just a template or just like a placeholder thing or something.
We'll just take that out of the loop, and then we'll just leave that card there by itself for now. Even though it's broken, it
I
can
don't know
just
why
sit
this
there.
Maybe it changed.
I mean, we can look at it in a minute and see. Proton pass. Let's just see what we've got. Yeah, I mean it's fine for just sitting there for right now. But what we need, it looks like, full list needs to be that padding space M and background of white and border radius of radius.
It's not broken. There's just no data in here.
Oh, like no preview data,
like
you mean?
Yeah, Christian I think he added a couple things. It just didn't add like featured images.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what we need to do though? Unless you're in the middle of something. Are you in the middle of something?
No.
Real quick, it's the easy one. The boxes that we created, the deal boxes, we need to conditionally hide them when there's no deal. So we just need to do the whole card.
Oh, okay.
And we just need to hide based off of the field, which is the title headline one.
This dot what? Just give me the key.
What is it? It is Craylor _deal. So when that's not there, don't show it.
Is it meta? This meta dot?
Yeah. Okay. Fucking meta.
Okay. And then in the sidebar, same situation, yeah?
Yep.
Wondering now if you can't bake that into the component because that would break the use of the component outside of this context. Okay. So deal card, wrapping condition, this dot meta dot Craylor dot deal. Let's just go test it real quick. Can you get rid of the deal on Proton Pass? Is that difficult? Or is there one that doesn't have a deal?
It works though. One password works.
Yeah. Easy money. Okay. We got a copy code working. Both of them are working. We got that. We got this.
I put a different $sign thing in there for that cost part.
Good.
Hopefully it's cropped. I don't know.
Let's try that.
I don't know how to do this, so
okay.
That'd be kind of interesting.
Much better.
Okay.
Much better. SVG. Inline size 1M. Did I already put some? I did. Oh, that's already okay. Block size 1M. Yeah, that makes sense. Total value. Align items to the center. Okay, we can actually take that off. Okay, meta value gap 0.25M. Now we have control. I am the captain now.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
So these are supposed to be grayed out, yeah?
Yeah, that's the thought process.
Let's strip the color attributes on these. Okay, let's try to control it from here. So we're not doing these one by one. Color mix in sRGB. Neutral. Oh, 50% and transparent. That's much better. Now we can dial this in 60. Now we can also, I don't have my little accessibility checker in Brave. Okay. Nick. Oh, he went lighter. He went lighter than us. Let's go here and go 50. We'll want to check that for accessibility at some point. Okay. Now there is a cost field. Can you give me the key for the cost field?
Price _ tier. So meta dot price underscore tier.
Data price tier equals this dot meta dot, say it one more time.
Price underscore tier.
Price tier. Okay. So we're going to look here and we see data price tier is 1. And there's 4 tiers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to say data price tier equals 1. We want to put a ampersand there. And we're going to say border 5 pixel solid red. We're going to go to the front end and verify. Can you change the price tier to 2? Great. All right. So that's working. What we're going to do. Okay. So let's leave it at 2 for right now. So if it's 2, let me just refresh here. Get that new value in there. Okay. So if it's 2, we're going to select the SVGs that are inside nth of type. Can we do this? Nth of type 2. Color red. 2 in 1 in plus 1. I don't know the fucking thing. Let's see. So once this AI is in Etch, it's minus in plus 2. Yeah, who the fuck would have known that? Okay. All right. So Shazam 1.
So we're just gonna do this 4 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What if it was like 100?
Well.
I only asked that question, 1, because I think it's a good thing for you to do now or in a video, but 2, and I think you already have, because I feel like this example just repeats itself when you like number shit, basically. So I feel like there's probably something that's like 5 lines long that might be just as many
maybe.
as,
I mean, well, we can ask Grok in just
here,
a second. We can ask Grok in just a second.
It might not be worth it here, or it might not translate perfectly here, because you're never going to have more than 4. But
right. I mean, we'll see what it says. Well, I don't know why I'm changing the colors, honestly. Well,
just fun.
Yeah, I don't know. It might help on the debugging side of things. All right, change it to 3. Change to 4. Change to 1. Okay, it's all working.
Sick.
So we'll just go primary. Let's copy that. Bang, bang, and bang. Save. Yes, sir. Okay. We'll go this dot. Oh, all right. Let's take this real quick. Is there a programmatically less dumbass way to do this? No. What are you talking about, Grok? We're not talking. Sorry. We're not on copy paste anymore. We're on this price tier thing where I'm changing the color of the number of price indicators based on the pricing tier. Yeah, give me a SAS loop for a non-SAS application. That's fantastic. 0 duplication. Okay, why this win's compiled output? This isn't SAS compatible, bud.
Oh shit. Hey there, bud.
Getting testy. Pricing indicator tier 0 color price color n plus minus n plus tier. Okay. Not bad actually. Not bad. It's not bad. I'm not going to change it because it's not worth it because there's only 4. But if you were gonna do a lot more, this would be a good solution. You're just passing the number because it is we have the benefit of it being a number already, and yeah, that's a good way to do it. Good job,
Cool.
Grok. Good job.
Grok did something.
Yeah. Okay. So, oh yeah, that's the wrong tab. All right. Where are we at? I mean, what else do we need to do?
Do you want to try that scroll? I have no idea how to do this. This on the home page, the scrolling animated text.
Is this supposed to be sticky, by the way?
Maybe. I mean, probably good. Probably best if it was, I guess.
Let's see here. So depends on what else is going to be in there. Maybe it's not because there's more than one item in there. I mean, you could make them all sticky. So what you would do is in this sidebar, we're going to add a flex div, and we just call this sticky wrapper. And then you essentially stick everything inside of there. And then you could just go sticky, probably. There you go. It's offsetting the content because it's.
Was that just a utility?
Class? Yeah, it's a utility class. Sticky styling, offset sticky automatically is using the header height probably. Yep. So our header is 88 pixels high. So, well, we're not doing I think I did this for demo purposes, maybe. Or did we have to offset our content for some reason? We're not using a sticky header. Sure. I don't know why that was in there. We could take it out. If it breaks something, we can fix it later.
Yeah, maybe it was for that thing. Maybe you used it as a variable for that. You did. Yeah, you did. For the on the homepage.
Yeah. Yep. 88 pixels. Okay. So we'll leave that in there. And then, so what you can do is essentially if you don't want that offset, because it doesn't actually need to offset our sticky like that. So additional styling, sticky styling, and you can just tell it not to offset, and you could do an offset of whatever value you want, and now it's not offsetting anymore.
Love it.
Super easy. Okay, so you were saying, oh yeah. This right here?
No idea how to do that.
Yeah, I mean, off the top of my head, I've done it before. I did it for a frames section, but it's like remembering these things off the top of your head is it's a lot. Call out text. So, you can just grok it. I want to, it's going to be probably that scroll function again. I want to animate the fill of text inside of call out text. I think it's going to need a wrapper though. Inside of call out text as the user scrolls down the page. How can I do this? Let's just see where it starts. Oh, good. Okay. Yep. Background text clip. Okay. Use JavaScript to do it.
Is that typical?
You can use pure CSS, but not technically on this project because we're only at 76%, and that's super safe. I mean, I think what people on unsupported browsers would just see is they might only see the light version of the text and not the filled color, and that may not be accessible. So I think it's safer to probably use JavaScript. Let's go to Content Hub Pages, go to Home. Okay. So here is my call out text. Let's go to Grok and grab this. Okay, hold on. First of all, drop the comments from the CSS. And let's see, you always also want to see what it's spitting back at you. Dang it, I don't need the selector, Grok. Come on. Color transparent back. Okay. Oh, this is like, okay, hold on, Grok. What are you doing, dude? I don't know. Okay. Jeez. I need to be able to see the text before we scroll.
Be able to see it, buddy.
It should start as var neutral light and get colored with var neutral ultra dark on scroll. Let's try that. Okay. There we go. To right, neutral ultra dark, color neutral, light, neutral, semi-light. There, it's much better. Okay. Max inline size still applies. Color is no longer needed. Font weight is heading. Why did I do all that stuff manually? I probably could have just got away with like that. Okay. Let's go get its JavaScript. On its text, query selector, all call out text. All right, looks fine. Let's go. Paste. Feel like. Okay. Okay. For starters, that's not working. Secondary to that, does it matter that the element is sticky? Because sticky might interfere with the intersection observer. I'm not sure though.
It's kind of weird because how else would you do this?
Well, it says it's okay. So call out text. We called it call out text, right? Call out text. Yeah, call out text. Okay. Grok's sometimes doesn't talk too much. Okay, sticky. Built-in position, triggers reliability, root margin. Fill reverses on scroll up. Okay. Smooth even while stuck. Okay. Debug. All right, let's do this and let's look in the console. So we'll grab this, replace. It still doesn't seem to be working. Refresh. Okay. Inspect console, failed to load resource. That's irrelevant. Okay. All right. I'm not seeing any fill effect on scroll for each text. Text out, background position. Yeah, it's literally all it's doing. It's changing the background position.
How does changing the background position do that? Like, how does that work in this case?
So, I mean, we could go do it manually and see what it's trying to do. So there's this background linear gradient on here, and then the background size. Wait a minute. Background size, background repeat. All right, let's go back and look.
Yeah. Is it like changing the actual fill of the text, or is it doing something where there's like two of them and like showing?
Sorry, when I say it's changing the position, I think it's changing the size. Wait a minute. DevTools call text has background position. Didn't put a starting position in. And it's transitioning background position. Is it even adding anything to the DOM? Yes. So this is the starting background position. So if you did 100, and that's still not doing anything. I don't see anything happening. Background size, 200%, 100%. Center. Okay. Let's start here. Background size. Cover. That's not doing a damn thing. Neutral, ultra dark. Color. What is that? WebKit background clip text. It's relying on this clipping. Okay. We're going to solve this a different way. We're going to go the old school route. Let's go to get frames.io. I have too many companies. I can't remember the / layouts. Okay. There it is. Lima. No, it should definitely be here for sure, but I don't know why we can't edit with bricks all of a sudden. Bro, what? Okay. Like, let's just look. We don't even need to edit it.
Yeah.
We don't even need to edit it. Just literally, just show it to me. Heading. Span. Yeah.
Reveal text. What the fuck?
Yeah, you need I don't, well, this is, okay. So yeah, this is the CSS, but this uses the view timeline. Let me see if view timeline is, same. Okay, it would be, oh, can I edit with bricks here? No, this is going to be like the stupid template. Oh, that's why. Okay, I remember. This whole thing is piped in automatically from
your subdomain.
bricks.getframes.io.
This guy's got too many websites.
Too many. Okay, this should have the master template in it. Media card Lima, footer Lima, edit with bricks.
Oh, look at that.
So, you need a span. Oh dear. I haven't been in here in a year.
Is it in the?
I mean, this is the problem with panels and CSS inputs and not everything tied together. I don't know where the hell the code is.
Right
for Lima.
Yeah.
Okay. Animated text color. So let's start here. Let's go. We're not going to need JavaScript. Let's go animated text color, animated highlight color. That's a start. Footer Lima, heading span. We just need all this. And then we'll need the keyframes in just a second. Okay. Take off. Need that too. Great. Animated text color. Animated highlight color. We need this to be black. Animated text color. We need this to be neutral, semi-light. Sweet. Okay. Now we're going to go grab these keyframes, reveal text, and I think that's probably all we're going to need. We might need to add style sheet, animations, keyframes, reveal text, save, go back. Okay, we might need to change the view end range, start, cover 50 pixels, animation duration, 30 milliseconds. I don't know, go to the front end. See if anything is happening. Nothing. All right. Oh, I know why. I think. How did we do this? It's the span is critical, I think. Yeah. Okay. What goes in the span and what doesn't? Heading, span. Heading, span. So that all goes in the span. Why is the span, if that all goes in the span, why is the span that critical though? There's some reason why the span was important. I mean, the only thing is that, I don't know. I'm not convinced that the sticky nature of this is not messing with it. I don't know, though.
How would you do this effect if it wasn't sticky? I mean, it just.
Well, no, I mean, it would be filling right now. Now, you wouldn't do the effect of it moving down the page has to be sticky, but I'm just trying to debug whether the stickiness interferes with the scrolling function.
But you're saying you just turned it off anyway.
Yeah, I just turned it off, and it's not, so not that. Whoops. We'll put it back in a minute. Let's try to get this thing working first. Reveal text 2. See, that's all it's. See, the background size is 0%, 100%, and it changes it to 100%, 100%. That's literally all that's happening. Whether you do it via JavaScript or CSS.
This probably isn't the problem, but explain to me why we're affecting background size. Like, what is
because
that
you're
property?
you're using the you're setting a background of linear gradient, which is the highlight color essentially. It's too transparent, and then you're choosing what part of that background you see, and you're clipping the background to the text, so it's not actually a background color. It's like creating a text color essentially. And then if you are only looking at the transparent, and then as it scrolls down, it starts showing you more of the colored background. And it's just an optical illusion, essentially. So you're seeing this, but you don't see this background at all when the page loads. And then as you scroll down, it's showing you progressively more of that background inside the text.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
I think so.
So like, let's go to here. Okay, call out text. Span background, animated highlight color, 100% transparent. So if I do 100% here, well, there's one problem. I mean, that technically, because that's what the animation is doing, is going to 100%, 100%. So, let's do it in bricks. Let's see. See, I can't like preview because we don't have anywhere to scroll. But like, see how it goes to fully white?
Yeah.
So there's something wrong with ours to where I can't just do that and just see it happening. Background repeat, no repeat, linear forwards, cover 50 pixels. Setting this to 100%, 100% should show me all black.
Yeah.
None of this stuff matters until that happens. So,
is it a conflict outside of this? Like with that H1 or some shit, or anywhere else?
don't know. Background color works. This is what happens when you clip it to the text.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Oh. Well, that's not accepting it at all. Like it. The reveal text animation, background size, 100%, 100%. Okay, that just means that the animation is actually interfering with what we're doing. Shouldn't this have a from? I feel like it should be from. Well, this just means that this tells me that our coordinates are fucked up. So this cover 50 pixels or whatever is going on. Let's go. Range start, range end, 100 VH. That doesn't do anything. Range start. What's the beginning and end of the viewport for range start and end? Yeah, 0, 100 VH. Okay. So let's start there. Start 0. That's literally exactly what I have. We're still not seeing anything there. So now I'm going to ask, shouldn't there be, I mean, it's clearly it's working here without it, but I feel like this animation should have a from and a to, whatever the element's initial value is. Oh, did I move it back from 100 to 100 from testing? Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, it's not working at all. Okay. This isn't working. I'll give it that. And you already have the keyframes code. Okay, well, I mean, we'll try it.
Gave you from.
Okay. The problem is that literally nothing is happening. Okay. When in doubt. Like what?
I was waiting for it. What the fuck is that?
Keep scrolling. Scroll down to reveal me. Scroll down to. Do you see a scroll down to reveal me?
Is it at the very top?
No.
Oh, is it? Could it be at the very top and it turns after you change? After you?
No, I don't think so.
Select all down there for a second. No, maybe not.
Okay, so animated text color, CCC, dark to dark, da da da, da da da. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Oh my god! Didn't it say to try to encode pen?
Yeah.
God damn it, Croc.
Thanks. Just failing on all fronts here. Click change view to full page. Real browser tab, full scroll down, text reveal black on gray. None of this makes any sense. It's wild that I took it from right here working and it does not work. Range end 35 each. I mean, the only thing is like I set these ranges up for it being in a footer and now it's not in a footer, but like I feel like it should be doing, you would at least get like partial animation and then be like, oh, that's not enough. But it's literally doing nothing. So we may need to park this and revisit.
That'll work.
So I can investigate more. Content wrapper. There's like nothing on any of these that would help it.
Just a thought though, because we tried the JS way first, and then we tried the CSS way that you had in bricks from frames. We just go over the scroll thing? I know you said it's only at 75%, but didn't we just talk about that at Bridge Builders?
Yeah.
On is that this or is that another method?
No, that's this.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. I mean, we're using view instead of scroll for the timeline. And we can ask Grok, what's the difference between and scroll? View tracks how visible the animated element itself is in the viewport. Perfect for reveal on appear effects. And scroll is page-centric, tracks overall scroll position of the whole document. Grade 4, parallax, progress bars, or timeline scrubs. Okay. I don't know. All this stuff is very new. Gonna have to revisit it with a fresh brain and just start completely over and see if we can get something working. All right. Yeah, we'll put this one in the books and come back and keep working.
Hell yeah. Well, this is fantastic. Appreciate you, Kevin.
Yep.
Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Look forward to the next one. Make sure you like this one. We are getting close. This is really, really turning out nice. So thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate it. We'll talk to you in the next one.